to me, but MPP me bo. Say you know Hopeson Adorye or no kwafo na say no be ka bi efie bi ani hu so me to me yes sir. But Hopeson aba bontia be ka bibia. Kese hwehwe mu so hwehwe mu. Ese hwehwe mu ne hu nokre. Masa o se da no aba na ye koto ye no. Amano bi ko bi koto dynamite. And you caught two in water region.
Don't you think he should be arrested? Or invited?
And I make us say, dynamite. I didn't hear. They got two dynamite to police stations. Voters no be slow. When you're rigging elections. Clear case of rigging elections.
No cray.
Media made them who come in Uber and one. Yes, sir.
And the police phone friend.
Obiasun person be.
Oh.
I had ya who na so bit me ko to dynamite ko to the police station.
Na so kwesi enya report bi organ here to dynamite over bia.
MP media mu.
Yanti be bia here to dynamite organ ha.
Na kwa me so me na na.
Oh, kwesi dynamite.
The media was everywhere.
No,
Kwesi?
no election. Election.
Kwesi dynamite.
Okay.
Dynamite. Na nkrofobia je di dynamite. Ya to dynamite asem e ba no.
Masa.
Hey.
Also no ankasa de koyo yo.
Oh, kwesi.
No, e ma me bu hu kakra.
On kire be bi okoto dynamite no.
Kwa me.
Oh, kwesi.
Ona wa nudu dwom.
Kwesi usu anudu dwom. Kwesi usu anudu dwom. Say yet Ghana ha. Na obi akotena radio so. Say me makoto dynamite. Okoto no hi. Unya ne hi. Cheyen. Na say Alaji Guza be ka dwen wa anu mu sa akeke. Oh.
Obi tribal radio station. Because me no so for be for pam. And ni kukuni padi on ye nyankuma bi. Nothing happens.
That's
it. You see the television so, the television so. So no a so for be for pam. No mu kunku ni padi ye nyankuma di. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I'm going to dynamite. Dynamite will be
oh, chia.
You see, and we are there.
Kwesi, once you are to dynamite that. Once you are to dynamite that. But when anawati.
Martin Peninsula.
Laila. Dynamite. Tell me yet that the question interchange. Send on you dynamite. Obekaya. Omutimi announcement. Akusum na me Mary as. Obehu. Tete kwashi interchange. Ombeto dynamite now. Omuma announcement be 1 week ahead. My time ni day. Na ya yeti sa perimeter hono kra no. Wutu fie.
Yeah.
Be 2 kilometers or a kilometer away. Wuti gum. Tete kwashi interchange ya.
So dynamite na kese wo na kitwa wo.
Se okọ omo ye mines.
Dynamite kese wo.
Ah, Kwesi Jai. Kwesi Jai. Dynamite. David.
Dynamite. The charges are not the same.
Kwesi Jai.
Anyway.
She said dynamite no ye kindergarten wo nkra na ye fa ni agro. Na ose wa to dynamite. Yenchi no. Ana ye mfre no. Kwa kire baby auto dynamite no. E na unya ne he. Otoy. Ye de ma wo. O aga kama. Dynamite.
On submitting who to the police. So why repentant?
Kwesi dynamite it is a bomb. Dynamite it is a what to bomb.
Me see here. Me nka say no kra no kra.
Me so me nka say no kra na say enye no kra.
Na me see so bitimi ya sa dia. No aba be ka kire dia.
Ye nche no.
Ane ye ka batu wasema yetimi jam to bossa. Now at least at the very least there's a security police by now the reporter be say no kra na say enye no kra. I didn't know one person be you.
And yeah, I'm not so me.
Yeah, binti no one person be.
Cool.
Nti ya no ye ba ko a da ho.
Airport no me didi no. Obeka ti sort 5 December. Ka 2 days here koto aba. no finance agreement had been signed. And comes home there.
All right, but I went to Parliament.
Yes. Me, I'm saying something, me say. They should come and challenge me. No finance agreement had been signed. The project had been approved in Parliament. But no financial agreement had been signed. You see, Parliament more approval. That is where you go and do the financing arrangements.
Yes.
So Parliament had approved, yes, but no financial agreement had been signed. And so the cat is sold. Tina M. So Cas will be the Sakawa. Now the M. say he's a former member of Parliament and should understand better some of these things.
We shall form a chill be our basso, a high and 101 and 101 or Facebook and YouTube Nessun to Abahasia. Medical culture say you're building new page or Facebook no I am 101. Into saying how obit me I like a video no send ya bema feed no etimi I'll call na a boy na omo to say yaba life no ebe to say yaba life into no Yado BBS say, Waja Tumso Besa. Yaba have you another beautiful Monday, holidays nibamu, and a weekend niba ema, or mom bejo many quaji or many, or more way and so and more way. But if we are since I was say, ye, if you many beji, if you more beho, but nina bomuna and my reason a yede, because we live in a dystopia world, not a utopian world. We cannot have a perfect world, and so definitely we will have an imperfect world. And twaso, where one of the series Hopeson Adorye be joining num say Yatoto Dynamite ewo voter region. You see, these are some of the things. Yet your maimu obia kan sembia no afa no ho adi. One say Kwame Sefa kan eti ho. Oh, na ye sure. Omo blasty rocks quarry sites no. They use dynamite. Omo de blasty we. What you see? Enti bia Hopeson mo ye ya na so omo anya. Eye police for interrogation and ebema no kure wa asem no adedi. We live in a country obia timbetna radio so ni TV so no aka de openo asore no okọ onya accountable to the words. Saa na politician ba no abedim nipa no so no aye nkwase ade bia no asore no okọ onye accountable to the people. What you say? Onye accountable to the people. And na dimu ama obia anya ne field day obia ba no abeye de openo asore no okọ no. And Hopeson Adorye wabeka to mframa mu okọ ye interrogating who say asem no kan no and no krebi wom so that similar incident enko happen na bia na anko ye dynamite per se na a rigging scheme rigging mechanism bia enko foni yusu but ye no ama na ekọ. These are some of the things ekọ so. And na ma yetenasia na ebusa ho se nti oman yi ebeyeye because itiminya CID boss ti wadu dan kwatimi be ka kire say oh takrade fo nkoda na yehu wo mo monka makuma ntumu yem yehu wo mo afi yekubusa se ti wa nya na o se yehu nkoda yi enkoda ne wahia osena me ma hope uradi yesu na me ma awofo ni hope me she wo mum crime obi bayira una ye police investigation team kese e wo Ghana ono una ada ano hwehwe mofra ne ma ye wa beka chese wahu abofra emofra no afedie kire baabi emofra no wa o se asema ka chese na wo ma hope any serious country anka you be charged say wo kan ho bi na nkura na ede ewu bia nanka obi ehu abof emofra no baabi o ba obeka to abonten say yenim baabi emofra no no e no mo so relax ye bia at the time na emofra no nwuye anka obi betimi lead wa mo watimi akọ rescue nkuda no ba obeka to abonten say yehu nkuda no nti no and my system no relax say will be a so ye huni dia there's no need say boni bi come in feature akuda bi tiam say ye mia ne konkra na because ye hun kuda no inti attention and sadam koso and say the tiano we live in a country people are not questioned, people are not interrogated on certain commenter omuye or manisa no afan ho adi no ko biaba te said there Kwesi Pratt e kan ye no obia betra internet ne so a na first na meye kristoni na meye kristoni wie ye no na ye kunkum nipa na meye na me chichi nipa de ye aduro no akan sa no afa ne ho adi no asore no ko no akan no afa ne ho adi no asore no ko no akan no afa ne ho adi no asore no ko enti obia aka de ope minister onye road no abeka no afa ne ho adi no ko president onye ade bi no abeka no afa ne ho adi no ko na yete ho yen question obia because people na the authority na so omo say omo question nipa mfama ye no omo abodam sem ene ekoso Ghana nimu into uti oman nimu na wa anya wo first protector wa ankasa wa ma ho ban ya me say obi beku ato atwene. I am telling you. Also, Janino, yes, because people had not been questioned, they have not been queried. Adentina, ye ton asase, edema na ebedru ho, asase na ya record say ya ton no, ya sa to am obi fufuo. People are not answering questions in the country. People don't answer questions. Ye to abawie obi timi ma, ya to abawie me taxes na etua ne ka wo. A simple mathematics when to me and calculate and quality elections ama they say any de two yen 100%. A broso omra metremu a metrem, and we live in this beautiful country. Mana yetim no. O mano yetim no. We live in the country EC boss enkasa ubisa question na umuade. We live in a country or soften better radio so series of counter accusations and what have you. Who say IGP busa questions. We live in a country in a banana republic where no one questions no one. And Obianya responsible and accountable for their inactions and actions. But Obianso pese Ghana nyigi. How do you solve problems without asking questions? Ebeye then wait to solve problems. Abra umusa questions. And you have to, first of all, for you to be able to solve issues, you have to hypothesize. Okay? You have to hypothesize. Hypothesis is say, okay, I say ubusa question be but said ni enyina so but eno ne bekwa akotwe answers are open dey abrel because obia fa no adi no obia ye de ope enti Hopeson Adorye wa beka atom from anim say ye nokure say nye nokure obia musa no question until the next time no na manipa ne tumi or ya ade a onwe ho because obeka say ye toto dynamite, or is it because it went to the favor of the incumbent? Enti no my silent na. anything a man nipa silent say incumbent no and and a near to the benefit or the the second term etna muntino. Memma yen koso so Hopeson Adorye so magana for me busa questions. See, going into 2024, no, any members or individuals be a more ulterior motive say, or more bet try say, or bet discourage you with sinister mindset, with sinister tactics, with sinister strategy to make sure say nipen pion konkoto abano. I'm telling you, you guys must change your ways of doing things because it is not going to be business as usual. And yes, it isn't going to be business as usual. It's going to change into something that will be new to you and you find it difficult to combat or battle with. Yes. It is no more business as usual. To be a better one, no, I can't no fun ready. Now, na Kumasi Airport in Sen Seminona, ye kase, ye on. Obekano. Enkurie. Intimi nuanum amo yesi na Kumasi na amanfo say yes, Akufo-Addo esi Kumasi Airport. Onim faako a okoye no, onim seni omusi dwen. Ena onim seni nkofo ni sitie. Enti yemfa ne saa. Mahama bae no wa meyehwe ya tene saa. But enia eso ade ene adwea nyansa timu no ono nko ne behu di akwa na ye friend John Dramani Mahama eyema Ghana me o ha na obi asane me po adomochire ni Black Rasta interview na otiwo me say ewiase obi a wo de opese wo de ne platform ene ni opportunity a wonya opese wo de ye obi say internet na wonya millions of people mo mudi nachi or the besa yenja omo na omo mfansa obi say wonya millions of followers e internet ni so or the be concert yenja omo na omo mfanye. But we are here ye bompa ye say ewiya no me kan kire mo say Ghana amwa minti ne men ni because we have recorded series of events obi na ye so ano na opportunity ana owo na ye nananom ne ye maamenum ni bi but omu nyini ya yes ye frɛ obi sam adetifio afi no or seriously sika but the opportunities are unyaaye any influence na okura o man no wantimi amfa anyehwe intebe wi akire no na ode ye dey ode seriously sika meanwhile sa influence no na etimi sacrifice ekasa kire Ghana government ekasa kire omo hwe movie industry any creative art industry ni so senka obe sacrifice no wakasa na ayemra na a safeguard intellectual property no they didn't fight for that because at the time no na nko na didi na nko na etimi sikwan so kope girls ne maamefo no hu ofe no onyansi ni pekra no oye taxi driver eno na dikan advanced preparations e di amano sisi ya Majid Dondumelo onya mbese opena ni movie industry no remu na ankasa has well positioned the guy say like a man commanded some kind of respect and dignity be whenever he is found amidst people. But so who position now was say I have some level and degree of influence. What can I use this influence so that in future my grandchildren, my great grandchildren will come and tell me that, oh, grandpa, granddad, we are really proud of you. And to be on funny platform, Black Rasta at in studio, no team, but what now? Nasi will be say, Fourth Republic, Ekufuado, and now born home modin. Na untimin question na, yo mo asem. Hey, Simon Osemen sa me boni video yi, wo say, Ekufuado, eni si kejitia. Me say omo asem because enkwofo no a omo ni omu dili no. Mahama si kejitia no. Omo kachre yen say Mahama ni nua Ibrahim Mahama de kejitia ma ni nua Ibrahim say onfa ma metu gold enti na omo de enchense age ho nyina omo mpese nipa dasani bia behu de ekoso wo kejitia ho no. Afe ye pa manfo achewo na ya ne ye kan ne yi abinchi market free mu abinchi market no abinchi market no omo move amanfo from race course dia kwa abinchi market any kejetia market na redevelopment no eno mo ma kojobonsu mokokoye abinchi market say ebe easy pressure no na yebe magana fo ni Kumasi ni Asantefo Dwadifo a befitting and the dignifying environment for them to do their business, their trading, their commerce, their everyday economics no and the mukriti but sometimes ye ka infrastructure and this in Mahama ne beye no Kumasi we don't even factor abinchi market no. Because it was during our era na binchi market ne koso. Yemfanto ho. Yesi nipa ne ye project ni ye bibie wie ya. Yesi otumfo ye na ye teso ane asori. Ono koje ne besia na enam se na Mahama na ye president nti. Na ye ntumi mfa ne ho na ode ne ho betwitwi mo. Yate. This is senior enkrofo no esidwen. And Nunti Mahama was right when he said, say, yeah, the good, a young kofono cra kwanya. Jombe ya nombe. Now, they have changed the narrative and see the diabolic staffer and kofoni ye. Otumfo a yen anniversary. Ubia ni baby a Mahama nam. Propaganda. Adena Mahama ni NDC for no anko. Mahama kura kase oba obese Kumasi airport na ye dia to agye prempe no esa dia go back to. You see, you can continue to do all those things. 2016, not 2016, right? 2012 mo ye. 2016 mo ye. 2020 and enkrase for maybe betna ho. And people who underestimated Sam Kwesi Adorye course so say papano, it really had some stupid influence. Our elections na got to yen so. Sa en Kwesi afoni yes sa de nyina ene omu nyina yere free o man mo. Ahokyere baaye no afia soase na ega o se wan ahwan a Onenam wiase a se minim ne ope wiase no omaamu beyeye na we ni we di nkomo amukotie nkwase ankomo de koto nkwase aba no ebaaye no ono no ope bema aware no akope de ote abruchi obenya bruni enkrata e de akova ne ho senia ono nsoso no obesebi okọ akawo a wodi wa adwen kodi nkwase asemo achi no wo na ati kronu mu ho a ekomo ye dey edo otuaba eya dwunhu me say ye no we are not here to convince anyone to vote for Mahama baby o man na duru no enna omo baba beye NDC 360 no omo de to nyum say hwe wan kasa wa bra bona ekoso wo no so fi say abrabo no a wutim no abrabo na NPP for the man no go and vote Obia me po obia che wo. Obia ni sa da je ni bio. Se me power che wo. Ah, o yare. Malaria. Ye de aduro na enwono na obia di ho adanse se eno ni timi yare no abesi ho. Wo se ye power che wo. Na wa anom na se wuwu a eye me na mewu a na se wo no wawu. Aduro na esa yare no ye de abesi wo nchen yo. Obi ebo atwade se obi ni aduro ni bi wonya. Let me tell you, where leaders like Mahama mo type no, and the kind and the way they think, some countries are yearning with that kind of rambunctiousness, no. That loud yelling voice, no. What you say? They are clamoring for such leaders in their country. And so munya. Yedie esiakon esiakache inti emu ebuna de jinjan. Entu obi ani adaje o hwe. Maybe bo video bi atre o. There may be copyright issues, but for mumunti yebebo. Na me hwe ade bia na osofu kire abosom o kire se Kwame Nkrumah time na bonsa ties na yankasa ye harvest ye latex no from plants no rubber plants no ye harvest near the co process na ye tires ye tires no ewie ye no Kwame Nkrumah huye tini wo vehicle assembly plant e wo ho enti wo hu the chain Kwame Nkrumah factor all the factors of production and no dey develop mine. Ye obi be say ye ka akoba. Ye ka akoba. Ye ka akoba. Ni nyina eguye. As a black rasta wuti woma Paula Domotre catch say Mahama time wanye factories bia na wuti ho as a journalist na so wuti mi complaining wo politician bi so na Paula Domotre say obusa okujeto busa and say how many of the one district one factory normal year or cast o my 8 and was in 8 per Abra na Mahama nyibi. Unim industries ahodwa Mahama bae no. Or rejuvenate or revival, yeah. You have no idea. So unimu a mukuma ase honum no ano. Mahama di ye preoccupation say all the industries no a Kwame Nkrumah sa se di ma ye no. Those are a bit me revival immediately. What's a revival? No? Those are what's a machines not sacred. What's a you're building it from scratch, no? Ye beye. And no ma Mahama a call Kumasi Shoe Factory. Na or the command D-Hawk, no? Defense and Industrial Holding deben your friend D-Hawk. Ani ye security services no omon paboa ma bo video no di atrem. Wonim say Mahama na oko talks ene ma ni hu the situation ani ye factories ni wo mo. Mahama had the intention of reviving a friend say Bonsa Ties and Abasi glass factory. Ti Mahama call Vaco any Aloes. Oshe. That time ni nyina no na dum so ni ginamu. Hwade. Ye hwe Kwame Nkrumah de na ansa.
So tie factory no wono. Na sa tie factory e course one e produce first time in Ghana. Hwe. Kakoba, ye Ghana. If I chon kufui, na omo experience be. And so, could be. Robert Plantationer, ye no, and the dia Kakobana. Na yi tu hono nkoma first yi no nkoma we no hu say yetima ye ka akoba de a ene ye nkasa ye momodin ye nkoye vehicle assembly plant na fia assembly ne fe ka akoba no mu ase me pacho ye na sha say ye ka e wo Ghana ha me sha sinti mu asembra.
Transport vehicles, and recently at a factory in Tima, the latest type of bus was introduced. Capable of carrying up to 51 passengers, the bus is described as a utility vehicle rather than a luxury coach and is intended for use by hospitals, schools, and other institutions which need to transport personnel. Mr. Gardner said that 200 Ghanaians were employed on the bus building production line and that the production represented
Someone, we have been there before. A brothel and no mama ya retrogress. Huh? We have totally retrogressed. Yakwe eti o, minianom, yakwe eti ya titia pro. We have been there, baby a China for shas yero. Na ye ya shas yebi. Abro na dia bedu ha. The mentality of state capture and then the dia bedu ha. And those who had that sinister mindset, no, totally obliterated the plans of the country. Total massacre. It's a total massacre. And the dia baby drew her. A bubu of mine pray. Mahama Bayen. Kwame Nkrumah factories, shoe factory or revival. No. Kwame Nkrumah factories, Commander Sugar factory or revival. No. And that should tell Ghana for say the guy was on a particular mission. Minianum, in governance, in administration, in running a state, no, irrespective of the leaders or the kind of leaders or the fantastic leaders Africa and Ghana specifically will be looking for, no, if the citizens, if people who have the feel that Ghana should develop do not begin to nurture this quality and skill called patience, abotre wiem kunimdie, minianum, say, in fantastic leader, say. Okay. Say in your fantastic leader. Say na ye nya abotre that skill, that quality, no. Ni amfa sa leader no echi. I tell you, we will not get anywhere. Abotre o. Ya abotre. So would you attend your coma tailor nina or pamoa or the abotre ni snapanieno? No, or the abotre apam adjoining the patterns, no, in building a country is like giving your fabric to a seamstress or a tailor. You have to be patient. with that tailor you have reposed so much trust in. What sa tailor nini di? And you will know say sa tailor no wa pam atade bia ma wo de akọ program bia ma eye dutwamu. Se wo kona tailor nini catch you say de nti a menua watade we menye obi a metwa ntro na de nti a watade we no eche no. It's all because me machine nya problem kakra. Nemo me sha wo bose me fix machine no. Me fix machine no a ubenya quality job. Ana wo de abufuo o refi de tailor ni no waye mrebi ye de abufuo nipa ne de machine atro se menua machine no bobbin winder needle crochet wan no a ni nyina papai no makotobi emuno afi na ma oda abai me ba be fix it watade ene nsusu no me yi design nyina no. It's a matter of patience. 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 Without patience, no, be bien wa we be. Ufi sa brofun development no. Ufi sa a brofun development no. Omo ye bibia hetu. People who calculate their steps are meticulous. And how do you become meticulous? If you don't have that skill and quality, so patience now, you can never be punctilious. You cannot be meticulous. Because obia per se, your meticulous works, how perfect your works are. Without patience, no, you cannot get to perfection. Timo amokwa asore no. Yesim nyankopon nimpo. Oye abodwochere nyankopon. Na kire se wudi bone krampo no a omaubre kra. Like onyabre e de hye onuma a wo ye koduru akiri. Mahama kremfidi aba. Aye be pimpam oman no. Watwitwa patterns no. Machines are yede pam no, which is the energy no, eseye. O segana for bo. Okofa Ameri baye. Okofa car power baye. Okofa so many machines are a bit me aye adwuma no. Ghanaians didn't have patience. That skill, that quality, ene die dru ha, ene je atade no. Ena roadside seamstress, roadside tailor, or my juicy promise, oba ono kronima atade ne pam, me you style you be and you be da. Afe wo koya. Odo nse Saturday ni mako program Sunday anopa. Right na mutu muchew. Left no na mutu na yebaka ya. Afe wo se ayine slate nso so a ayedukada ya. Afe na wo se wujai nyoma ne dey. Esi ho eno na ma all the massive infrastructure development anama ha ma yin nyina no akeke nwuram because the tell ni na ye de o man ko share nsa no. Oni clue bia about parting we ompam bida. Ompam parting we bida o. De mo friend partners no. Sa parting we no ohun bida. Sa design we eye ditwem eye abeso eye contemporary design ohun bida afana ni so. Hwe Mahama is an archetypal. Yekase obi an archetypal. A quintessential. Just say ope obi a yeso oye politician. Ope obi a oye nation builder. Na usign ho a eno ano no. But because we didn't nurture that quality of patience, abotre a ye nyama nti ene dia bedue ha no. Meanwhile ye nananom bu beto say abotre wie nkunindie. nipa no ana odi ye kɔ no wa abotre ye ka de ye pese ye ka kire ni bia enso no onya abotre e de maye won say odi kɔma roadside seamstress no tailor ni no unso omo mu hwe onim adwuma unse mu ade unim eye a hallmark of obi a onim bibi ye o ubusa no question a ohunti no eye mechanism ono di kan a well lion face so that o question be ka utrim sa na Akufo Adorye ento omu di kan ma omu bufu abra ye mu so omu question bia so that you don't even go ahead and into who say about be mantra ye kase bibi ye mantra afi ade bia koso ama abedi etrim dem and your friend mantra abe mantra say enkofo ndi jai wo mo saa na omu tie saa na omu tie tell any we there jai no afi no aba be didin tell any Jimmy kire okura wontumi nka because obi ase de jai no meanwhile you had that skillful, talented, gifted tailor, no? But because of your inability to nurture that quality called patience, you know, when to me, Uncle do boshe assassin so. In this life, abutre enye die bibia. The beautiful structure now hunu mo mechino, eya abutre ni nyansa. Enumudwa meye enye no ne de yo abutre ya ade a onkasa and that is why sometimes they say na mahama mo yes ade we nyina ena odiko opposition no nyansa enye dide obi onim nyansa pi no onye dede o se de bia me ka kire mu se bebia enipa didi ame no ye nye dede baby I come one e ho ne yedide into for Paraku estate ofa hilltop onti se yedide o onti se maame da gomba usuro se ode ne ka be kwa akusi Paraku estate ayedide because e ho no nipa didie amen and wherever human beings are satisfied baby omo ho ma me no omo peace of mind adwin into the future pa okọ aboabo adukrom oforikrom asafo amekom ho na bete dedemu dede because and accommodate omo so you forever hear ravenous clamor enibre enibre mahama on yenhwa ade bi wa
we know that this smelter can contribute. I know that you've been going through challenging times, and that is because of the challenge that we face in this country as a whole in respect of shortage of power. And so as a result of that, this smelter is not operating at its optimum capacity. But we know that this smelter can contribute greatly to the GDP and economic growth of this country. And so I just want to assure you, I've given the directives. As soon as we have enough power, any extra power should be given to Balco so that you can expand your production. We currently are supplying you with some power at great cost to government, but because you are running one port line, you're not able to generate sufficient to be able to grow the business properly. And so we will mix in more legacy hydro as soon as we have more power coming in so that you can get power at a cheaper cost because you are in competition with other smelters all over the world. And so we must look at how much they are getting power so that your products can compete because you are all on the same international market. Valco has always been a flagship industry, and it was the vision of our first president, President Kwame Nkrumah. And we're trying to revive that vision. I was saying in the boardroom just a few minutes ago that at the time Ghana gained independence, we were just about 6 million people. And with 6 million people, we had Valco working here with 5 port lines, full blast. We had Tema Oil Refinery working properly. We had the port doing a lot of business. We had Tema Shipyard and Dry Dock Company doing a lot of work, and several other industries that Dr. Nkrumah brought here. Since Ghana has been progressing and growing, we're seeing many more industries coming. You go to the free zones, there are industries setting up there. But with the projects that he left us, like Valco, Tor, Shipyard, Tema, we should be able to revive those and let them also contribute to the growth of our economy. If Valco is working properly, the amount of money that it can contribute to economic growth is quite substantial. And so government is fully supportive of reviving not only Valco, but reviving the other key industries that our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, left us. And so if you notice, we have brought the Gihok Shoe Factory back on stream. As I speak, is producing quite a significant percentage of the boots that our security personnel are wearing. And we're looking at expanding it so that we won't have to import safety boots and security boots anymore into this country. We'll be able to produce them here ourselves. We're reviving the Commander Sugar Factory so that we don't have to import so much sugar from outside. We can produce the sugar here locally. As we get more gas and more power, we want to revive the Aboso Glass Factory so that it can produce bottles for our beverage manufacturers. It can produce glass for our construction industry, for windows and so many other things. And the same as Valco. If Valco is working properly and the downstream aluminium sector is working properly, all these aluminium window frames and things that we have, we won't have to import, we'll manufacture all of them locally. And so I want to give you a commitment, not only for the revival of Valco, but also to backward integrate Valco into the extractive industry of our country. Because for many years we've been talking about it. We have everything to create an integrated bauxite and aluminium company in this country. Because we have bauxite, and the purity of our bauxite is said to be even much higher than bauxite that is being mined in other places. And so if we're able to mine the bauxite and we have an alumina refinery that is able to produce alumina and supply that alumina to Valco, Valco will do the smelting and produce the aluminium ingots and supply to the downstream aluminium industry and export some of it onto the international market. I think that the number of jobs that will create and the general contribution to the growth of our economy will be phenomenal.
So we the Muamotio from the house's own mouth. Also Mahama were president of Okasabia. He doesn't just speak or kasa or say I give my commitment. It's like Okasabia not the promise are tied to for you to know say president nya grown OD. And that is why the guy was bold to tell Ghana for say mo nya butre. So, let me tell you, let me take you guys into my scripture no. Leadership on juma edin. Leadership edin whereby our followers no, they don't actually understand the vision no when ya ediama womo o pese you o free how no. Enu bi na Moses efesi no. You see, I don't subscribe to religion, any all those things. No, we have brains of our own, we have minds of our own. And I don't mean read the book be me read it for nyans and a woman. And yes, me read it. I don't need God to survive. That's me. I need human beings to survive because human beings never could do a brood dear mammy. Human beings need to be ready. The constellations in the skies, no. Obey you share a remun saturade. Na odia dina so e dia predict say nsuo beto ana osuo nto owia bebo ana owia mmo eyemi nua nipa ne beye enye nyankopon. But the vision Moses, according to my Bible, no, na odi koyi Israel for no. Israel for no, na omuntimi mbonwura Moses trim till they didn't know the vision. Aka kakra bi amomadu bose ne ho no. Onim ohun omanye yo, omanya abotre. Enom ko di adefedefe nsem achi. Enom di koye honini. Omde koye sa calf no. Sa nentwie bab honini no a omo som no. Na obusa ne se nentwie ba no a wo som no ono na oto ma na wo sere no so de ma wo no. De osi oni wo ko no oto ma na de ma wo no. Ha? De oto ma na ne de ma wo no. De oma quails etiti free so beto for ma wo sesa no aweye. Na utimi nya bi de si ho because ade tekra eye homeda no se nipa no esi nya botre kakra bi mame na enche bia medemu duru baabi abotre enna na meka no ba na wa dwen koso ebi wo wa nkasa Bible nim no without patience you can lose and miss important leadership, important direction. Abotre ene de ye nya ye de abeduru ha no. Mahama was truly and really on course. Mahama committed his entire family, his entire spirit to the development of Ghana. Okay, Vako, deba bintia, Vako ninkwa me, my year Juma, ewo aluminium smelting company wo Korea, medine ja a year over 900 degrees Celsius. Nyame nkwa nkamitomu. I understand what the man at the time was telling the people. Uwo Korea kronimu aluminium factories no. They were because why? Kwame Nkrumah was standing far away. And no dream who ye say a day is coming. Ghanaians will relish. Ghanaians will feel proud to sleep in houses with windows being glass and from glass materials and aluminum products. It's yensi a glass factory, yensi a aluminum factory, because untimi the industrialized crew without a proper and a well-developed aluminum sector. No? Because you need aluminum, steel, and what have you. Now they are yedan, they are bodan, so they are she said, all the friends reinforcement, no iron rods, no any friend reinforcement. You need those reinforcements to form your columns. Mahama was building Ghana. But we fell off because of juicy, unrealistic, unsustainable promises. And that is why we are now wobbling. You want to kede. On the we are double nantino. They wobble. We are now wobbling with our development. Into your co. Now you're 2 years. Yes, sir. Now people are claiming Adena Ghana ebesine you building your own auto industry. We built auto industry 50 years, 60 years ago. I've been born into in a ditna. When people build it, others will come and destroy. And I say to say the Kufuor Gu banks no Kufuor had the chance just to pay $160 million. At least all your commitments will be to Yakrana. We could have saved the Ghana Airways no as of 2004. But Kufuor per se company ni be good rather than say a best survive, a better revival. Because company ni gua in nipa ni nyina no anu aduane be kofom na ehia ba man mu a eno no mo benya ye a control ye. And this is the same mentality a Kufuor nom de aba. To buy no e wo se otua sika kitua bi near the revival Ghanaian owned banks no. So there be obe or the sika dodo mu be dey e be gu no. Afi no ye gu Ghana Airways meanwhile so no na ye tua sika ema workers bi ni aka wo se yedi omo but senka okope bosia ne ba ya workers ni sika ni nyina wo mu omo beje but they will still continue to work and get revenue. Ye nya proper management at the two wa ye bet me a day at the recoup ye sika nyina back. Why is it that VIP is running, OA is running, but so be see young running state business in ye? Number near 0240258269. Mahama on se Ghana siya Mahama wana brabo mua nke yewu. Ene ni krom hene asante hene etimi ehu fa Kumasi airport no aye fenti ode ne nana edin to so ode ne wofa din to so na asenen munyam inshira aye yie ena ase enka John Dramani Mahama. Number ni 0240258269. Mini I didn't baby akasefri.
Hello? Hello?
Yaton kanti kasa mini ya.
Yeah, good evening.
Kasa.
Michael Mekasafi Nkwanta Ewo TV Deputy Youth Organizer Emma NDC. Ngoto mpa na mishira opa anibrefe nchechira odi mayemi. Mimi gidi se nyami adom dasa hondi wo na mo chirechire se na obia beti asese ewu yase bekoyami na nia ACFE MPP mu no you will continue exposing them. You will get the chance to know more about them. So every day I will be with you and listen to you. God bless you.
Thank you. Hello.
Good evening, Koto.
Yeah, Joe, so many akasa.
Yes, I know so you were quiet. Koto, I mean, should have been say announce so much. Yet, necessity. And go for your moving in the young Ponjo. Need your money, Omunkanina, Omumba, what touch on my way. Yaman come will be on Koto.
Yeah, that's it. Inya, afraid for Obaso, Kasa.
Hello, Kwame.
Yes, it's on Kapamina Kasa.
Kwame is mad. Kwame, I know who cares in Ribinamu ye program be. And I'm on Kobo or interview be on Koyoma Panico for. Was a Kwame come by or basically companies different. Just I said that maybe I you wish. Not as a work as Safa, Mamma, and Numa will be PBN. I know will be interviews on my focus as a say, San man now come and come and be PBN, you waste of a. Oh, it is uncle for not to be Papa for. Papa. Wabra was who could be Mazua, a human African and no Kokoye. And the same man who are done and the Baba, what now was over, you know. Medicine, Michelle.
And so, Madame was a pass and they would try to short, mammy. Muyen see an emeniaji come. Hello.
May a friend, because every we used to offer cancer.
Okay,
the woman is there. You're working now, said, I'm going to be a segment, and people way and the cooling and Mamma. And I also am very necro, which have mammy, a cuckoo, a pijama. Just will be to me so and send one knock of uncle photo for a top of uncle, a cookie cat. Then if I address it, but you visit a young address now. No more getting a man. There's Uncle Fuway and Uncle Fuway. To go to Seminary Kamama, but the Cassanto to cooking groves. If you for high before 1 year old group, or come up with your say. As I thank me. Yes,
that's it.
My last affair. Say, no crab, Cassanto phone. Asante phone particular. Mammy, or quiet.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Minia Casa.
Good evening.
A Joso.
Yanko Shiramo. May just make us free, Kumas be been to me, mommy dean. The American say, Mahama, or ye Yanko Pony Kosia. And he German son, or ne sleepway quaku, or ne bossma asari. And they MPP for no Kufado, as a saw Mokogu. Sir, easy officer no. Sir, Omo Anshaya. O Yankopon, I really car, a beba almost so. Na Akaga Gamagana no. So Munimua. Omo said Adieche. Yami ayi Mahama hon and in Tassam at me. Well, yet you, and yen net. Minyami Sanya Manutreme from JJ Lawrence Farm, Bepem and Ne. Inti Omushe.
That's it.
Yo, or was on Untini Rade Eka. Bye bye.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Minia Casa.
Good evening,
Ajoso Casa.
what to say? Before the mother ball, my mother in the photo, but the neon, MP4, mother boo, my nafaso, mine photo, mine necessary, it's a new. I got something to I feel. Bolas be car na ye bola car akwata san kwata achini bolas na se o mai gana na mi show mama no mi show masifo no mi show bibia o show masi how on no shape that the shame for proye ni kankan mu still no o ni ye edinam mo fi so ma bi do mani damas.
Hello. 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 When you're ready. TF4 before 4. Hello. Yeah, I'm in your casa.
So, what's your name?
I am about to take us out.
Good evening.
Your tone can't take us out.
A friend is a casa Fulcomasi.
Mentio who baby unto the casa, Coswana casa, yet you won't casa. It's a network. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
A tone can, yeah, good evening, casa.
Yeah, good evening. Madam, say, but I'm going to the point. So, me, Nkamuse and Kamamu Kasama Gana phobia. Ne Yakupon Buana Nesia Econo. No Muntimento do Kuruba 1 million. That's Miss 100 Ghana cities. Na abro bag, Muntimento abro bag, 1 bag say like 100 million to the 100 million. ena mbehwe nyaasa yes apade a bu kasa nyina no na ye wo root ati say yes size mu say me fa ne say 40 years to down no na mu defending government no na mu ku ekuma ma pese mu kuma ma for because of MPPT about the ombonya declared na musa mu ko musa mu mre akasa mo nkaminya wo kevitela ena obia munja akasa munja omo na nyakopon bua no nesi aye ko no na mutim to dokoro ba ko 100 Ghana that's it sika 1 million abro bag ye ko mu ko to abro bag na muntu abro bag be
ate omo tono 1 million na omo abeti ase Nia, course no practical network no. Course na tiko. Inti no. Mama yemfancy ha say ye nipa dodo na atimia say one call bi yemfam wi na. Hello. Kame fa the last call no so. I think okay, yemfa last one. Hello. Yeah, kasa you do be and fast my.
Hello.
Kasa na dum volume na wo watching my.
Hello. Hello.
Me say kasa, mo anon ko kasa. Onye. Nti ya de besi ha say minianum. Atimi yetimi Eddie, you made a beautiful conclusion. What is here? And to what to me, bass, so say your first time I know I say, you are like na your coy him. And therefore, for best friends and then we be see my crowby. Bye bye.